I've got Howie Roseman on in a final hour. DJ, what did you make of the Hurts pick?
I think when it first happened, it was kind of shocking a little bit, trying to make sense of it. And then the more you think about it, the more you can wrap your mind around it for a couple of different reasons. Number one, and I'm sure Howie will lay this all out for you. The one thing I don't agree with is that there's some of the thought of, well, we can play him a little bit and then we'll be able to spin him off for a pick. Well, that one doesn't make as much sense. You spend a second-round pick on him. You spin him around for hopefully, a 2, maybe a 1 like that. It's one thing if you take a guy in the 6th round and develop him and then you traded him for a second-round pick or a first-round pick. Like, okay, that's a huge difference. But you took him in the 2nd round, so I don't really count that. What I count is this is the team that lost a playoff game last year. McCown, wasn't totally healthy, but they saw firsthand if they just had a little bit better play at the quarterback position, they win that playoff game. So that's part of it. The second part of it is you've invested all of this money in your starter. The Eagles have always invested in the backup. Think about Chase Daniel, obviously, with Nick Foles. They've put money into that position. Well, once you pay Carson the $100 million deal, you don't want to devote another $10 million a year to his backup. Now you just got so much money tied up into one position. So we want a quality player, but we don't want to invest a bunch of money. The only way you do that is with a higher draft pick. So that, to me, kind of gives them some more financial flexibility at other positions because they haven't invested quite as much in the quarterback position. I know it's kind of complicated, Rich.
Sure.
But I think that kind of all came together into making the move that they did.
No, I mean, and we're seeing, again, Taysom Hill, right? We're seeing guys who are quarterbacks, in quotes, come in and perform in significant manner, right? And taking quarterbacks off the field. And the quarterback that's being taken off the field in New Orleans is Drew Brees. And that is as high up the flow chart for GOATs as you can get, in many ways. So I can kind of see it, right? I mean, you can.
Rich, think about this, too. Think about this. This defense, the Eagles have had some different players come in and out. Jim Schwartz is one of the best defensive coordinators in football. They have a top 5, top 7 defense almost every single year in Philadelphia. So they're going to be in games, and if Carson Wentz misses a couple games, you don't need somebody to come in there and beat Carson Wentz and run that whole offense. If Jalen Hurts comes in there and makes a couple plays, and you can score 17 points, you have a chance to win football games. Like he can do that without having to put him in the same role and ask him to do the exact same things Carson does. I think he can kind of get you through that stretch of games. So not only a little pack, I could see them using packages down on the goal line. He's not going to be like Taysom Hill in the standpoint. Taysom Hill play some wing back and be blocking guys.
Special teams.
Not doing all that.
Right.
But he can come in and play quarterback down in packages or zone read, use him down on the goal line. Like that's what he would be in that role.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.